Hello world, Stephen Michael Zach here, and today we are taking a look at the Shimbol. This is the TP Nano. This is the brand new one. It'll cost this much at the time of the recording of the video, and I did buy this with my own money, so these are going to be my own brutal and honest opinions as always. So let's take a look at what comes inside the box. My own brutal and honest opinions as always. This is new to me. So inside the box, you are going to get both the transmitter and receiver here. You're going to get an HDMI to a cell phone cable. You're going to get a USB-C to Type A, and I do believe this is 3-point or higher. And you're going to get a C to C. These are primarily for charging up your units, and this is for connecting to your phone. There is no HDMI, so you will have to go and buy your own HDMI. Now let's take a look at the units themselves. They both have quarter 20s at the bottom here. And some nice, I believe this is ventilation here. Flipping it over here, you do have, I believe this is your sync button, your battery indicator, and whether it's synced or not. And I do believe this is a one-button press sync, which is very, very nice. And then flipping them over, you have your HDMI, your USB-C for charging and going out to your phone, and your power buttons. So that is it. That is pretty much everything that is on here. Now let's go ahead and set this up, and I have my old Best View monitor here. Not Desk View, but Best View, because that's how old this monitor is. And we're gonna go ahead and hook this up. I already have an HDMI here. So we will go to the receiver here, and we will pop this in to the receiver. And then we will go ahead and hook this into my camera here like so. And there we go. And we'll go ahead and hit power. I'll go ahead and hit power on my monitor here. And there is a scan code that sometimes pops up so that you can go to their website. However, their website is all in Chinese. So I wouldn't scan it. Let's go ahead and hit the power button here. And this will take a moment to charge up, and we can turn this towards myself here. And let's see if we can get this to work. And it's saying no signal, which means I need to turn these on. So that is on. And then let's go ahead and turn that one on. So now that they are both on, and we'll turn the camera here. And just waiting for this to find the signal. And we do get this little menu system here. So it says to plug it in. So I'm going to unplug and I'm going to turn on my camera. That'll help. That's probably why it's not going. So we'll turn on the camera here. And you do get this little scan thing, and you can scan that with your phone. But I will say that it leads you to a Chinese website, and it's all in Chinese. So we'll go ahead and scan that just so you can see what that is. And wait for that to load. And as you can see, it's all in Chinese. I can't read it. So there you go. There you have it. Turn this back off and turn it back on again. Make sure everything is in properly. And we'll turn this so it doesn't fall over like that again. So as you can see, it does not go on very quickly. It is still telling me that this is not working. So let's go ahead, and maybe my battery is dead. Nope, battery should be working. Now it's telling me I only have 6%. There we go. So that should be working. It should be transmitting, and it should be receiving, and I did get this to work before. Everything is synced. So I'm not really sure why it's not. Oh, there we go. So as you can see, not too bad. Let's go ahead and focus on my hand here. And we'll use a little, we'll focus on my body here. So there you go. And as you can see, here is the delay. So there is definitely a massive delay there, so I wouldn't pull focus with it. But if you're going to use it for monitoring, or how I'm going to use it over at my my desktop over there, it's not bad. It's fine for what I need it for. Now this does have a little bit of a party trick, and that is it also works with your cell phone. It is MagSafeable. Both the transmitter and receiver can hook together. Another little party trick, and I'm going to unplug these, is you can actually, they are a little offset, but you can hook these together for travel. So there you go. There you have it. Let's go ahead and plug it into my cell phone, and we'll plug the receiver back into my monitor here, like so, and then we'll plug this in to the HDMI, and we'll wait a few seconds while this decides to work here. And there we go. We've got my phone scrolling. So very, 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 very cool that it works. And it's not too bad. Again, there is a bit of a delay, but that's to be expected with a system like this. So not too bad. And let's test if we can go vertical. If I turn my phone, does it work? Yes. If I turn my phone, you can go horizontal or vertical. So there you go. There you have it. Not too bad. So at the end of the day, let's talk some specs here. Now, this will go up to 492 feet, so just under 500 feet. Again, not going to be using it at that distance. It has about a 60 millisecond delay, as we saw. Not great. I think it's might be a little bit more, might be 70 or 80. And this thing will run for about 4 hours continuously. Now, as far as charge times, I hear things like about 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours to charge these. So that is untested, but that is what they are claiming. So all in all, let's talk about the build quality. I do like the fact that they have this kind of rubberized material. However, over time, that may start to get very, very sticky. So I would definitely either get some kind of case for this or put some kind of coating on it so that it doesn't become super sticky. That's going to take a long time to happen, but it can. So there you go. There you have it. And I will say that the IR code leads you to a website. I really wish that website were in English. It is not. It is in Chinese. And I don't see that there is an English option. So obviously there's an app control for this. At least I think there's an app control for this. It might just be them selling their other stuff. Again, not really sure. Now, I do have the Shimbol monitor for my cell phone, but that connects directly to my cell phone. So I probably wouldn't use that with these because it has its own built-in. Now, who is this for and do I like it? And I have to say, for my needs, this is exactly what I was looking for. It's small, it's lightweight, it is magnetic, so I can magnetize it to the arm that's up there, and I can I'm probably going to add a little piece of metal here and magnetize it to this tripod so it's all in one. Now, the negatives are it does not come with HDMI cords. I really wish it did. It only comes with one for your cell phone, so that is missing here. But that is about the only negative I can find with these. I will say right off the bat, they connect very quick and they have a very easy button to press to sync them. So that is not a problem. They both have quarter 20s with what looks like metal bushings inside. So your quarter 20 is not going to break. And they do have a solid on-off button. They both are very small, very lightweight, and they do have magnets on the back. So all in all, these are very nice. Am I going to be pulling focus with these? No. But are they good to throw up a quick director's monitor or to just kind of do some kind of like tabletop stuff and be able to have my camera up top and a monitor down below where I can view it? Yes, it is fine. Some directors I know don't like the lag, and some do. But all in all, not too bad. Perfect for my needs, maybe not for your needs, but these work very nicely, very nice. They're very small. If you need to hook your cell phone up to a TV, although you could probably screen share, these work as well. So not too bad. I really like these things. And for the price of $89.99, these are not bad. So that's it. Those are my thoughts, but I want to know yours. So leave your questions and comments in the notes below. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to mash that bell button to be notified when we drop a brand new video. And feel free to use the links. It helps out the channel. I'm Stephen Michael Zach, and this is new to me.